Alrighty. Well, welcome to the first episode of the Well-Rounded Wealth podcast. My name is Patrick Collins, and I'm here with my good friend Jack Mullin.
Hey,
Jack?
Pat, how you doing today?
Good. I'm very excited to do this, and this is a passion project of ours, and we're excited to share this information. So,
Yeah, going off first, Patrick and I have been really close friends since elementary school. We've known each other forever. Did not go to the same college, but us and some other friends from high school, we still keep in touch a lot and have stayed extremely close. And then one day, I was hanging out and Patrick reached out to us and tell us about that, Patrick, and what you said.
yeah, so the inception of this idea. So, I was so my story was I graduated college early. I just had this complex where I was like, I need to be ahead, like need to focus on 5 years down the road. And someone very special to me shared a podcast from Peter Attia's podcast, The Drive, with Bill Perkins, and it's called Optimizing Life for Maximum Fulfillment. I listened to that podcast, and it talks about certain buckets in life where you have specific times where you can enjoy certain experiences. At my moment in life where I was looking 5 years down the road, wanting to be successful, and I was defining success in terms of materialism and objectivism, and wanting I wanted to be rich, like have money, be able to essentially just be able to provide and have nice things. But I listened to that podcast and I kind of realized I might have gotten and achieved those goals 5 years down the road, but I would have looked back over the prior 5 years and been like, what just happened? Like, what did I just do with my life that led me to this moment? And that's when, so Jack was talking about all our high school friends. I texted our group chat and was like, guys, this is a little bit different text, but I just need to share this with you guys. And I hope if it helps just one person, and it helps one person in the same way it hit me, I would be completely happy with that. So, that's when I texted Jack and the rest of our friends and, talked to Jack later on the phone about it. And, I don't know, why don't you share your perspective on it?
Yeah, so I got that text from Patrick, and I listened to the podcast as well, and it also blew my mind. It made me think completely differently. However, Patrick, I've had a very different approach to college than you did.
Yeah.
Because I kind of went into college of these are the 4 years to do new things, meet new people, do this, do that. And after these 4 years are up, then I am on that grind to reach a level of success. And
Yep.
even I'm a film major, and my plan as of now is still to go into the entertainment industry. And even though I knew the job, it's still a job and it's going to be a corporate ladder because it is an industry. And I was prepping myself for that rough ladder climb for honestly the next 5 to 7 years of my 20s, which are the prime of my life. So it kind of really spoke to me, even though past few years we've definitely been handling things differently, but we've definitely both been prepping for this eventual grind and work and work.
Yep. And that's how we're brought up. That's most the way we're taught. We're taught to work hard. You go to school, you get good grades, you get a good job, you work that job for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and then down the road when you have enough money, you can either retire or start spending it. But if you look back and you don't take the moment to enjoy those experiences in your 20s or 30s, then what was all that work for? And that's what we kind of want to bring to you. So the main 3 pillars that we'll be talking about and kind of what well-rounded wealth encapsulates is 3 pillars of wealth that we kind of touched on. It's mental, physical, and financial. So you need your mental health in order to gain control of your mind and have clarity on who you are and the steps you want to achieve to reach your goals. Physically, you need to achieve and maintain and have a good physical standard of wealth so that you can continue growing upon the experiences you want to enjoy and the activities that interest you. And then obviously some of these activities like hiking or going on nice trips, they require finance. So financial wealth. So we want everyone to kind of be better at seeing where they are financially in order to kind of extrapolate where they want to be to take that trip or to enjoy that experience to the fullest. So, but we really want to talk, and Jack, if you could kind of go into what is your why and kind of our why on why we're doing this.
Yeah, well, I mean, the text that you sent, the phone call that we had, the podcast that I listened to that you sent me, it activated for me just that thing in the back of my head that is just screaming. That's like, it was literally, I was hearing everything that a little voice in the very, very back of my head was trying to yell at the rest of my brain, and it just activated it. It woke me up. So I immediately jumped on board, and we were talking about maybe just going on kind of a journey together. Like, honestly, the way that I look at this, what we're doing is we're going on a journey to see how we can accomplish this in our own lives, and we're exploring that and using this opportunity to invite others to take that journey with us.
Exactly. And this for us is a passion project.
Yeah.
Like we
completely,
like Jack is a film major. My background's in finance and investment banking. So, but this is an outlet for us to share our story, share kind of, as Jack was talking about, our progression of figuring ourselves out and our values and what we want to do. But we want to share this information with others who may be in our situation or who may be considering similar things, and we don't want them to kind of look back and say, what if I didn't work so hard for 10 years, or what if I had chosen a different career path that I was way more interested in but might not have paid as well. So that's kind of why we want to bring this information to others.
Yeah. And I also think one disclaimer is that, because we're going to say it a lot of like, what if I don't work hard? I think we're never saying that you should never work hard in life. That is one of the core pillars of leading a successful life and a happy life in the long run, when you put in a high input and you get a positive output. But I think we're talking about work hard as in spending hours and hours and hours of your day doing something you don't like doing, that you hate doing.
We want people to not trade time for money. We want you to use your time, whether it's when you're working hard and enjoying a process of a journey that you want to be on, not just reaching some objective or materialistic goal that once you reach it, you're like, oh, that was cool, but what's next?
Right.
We want you to enjoy the process, and we want to enjoy the process of living in fulfillment. So that's the message that we really want others to hear.
Yeah, so we're going to be diving into this. Once you hear this, our website will be up.
Yep.
And so we're going to be doing the podcast, and we're going to be doing weekly blog posts. Patrick and I are going to do that somewhat independently. I'll have my own post. You'll have your own posts.
Yep. And then as we continue to grow, not just Jack and I together, but hopefully getting input and feedback from others, like we'll start sharing tips on certain aspects of mental, physical, and financial wealth that we are incorporating in our daily lives, and hopefully that will end up helping you. So we'll be talking about things like dreams versus passions and where we get the notion of them, how to articulate, follow your passions, and trace your dreams to adolescence, whether it's coming from a parent's perspective or as an adolescent. Like, what do you want to hear, or what does it mean to you? And Jack, what about some of the other things?
Yeah, I'm really interested in diving into what our passions and dreams are, and what the reason is behind those dreams, whether or not we're chasing after joy or pleasure in our lives, and trying to identify the difference. I think is going to be a really fun conversation that we'll eventually have. Also, some confidence and self-esteem things. I've been studying self-esteem a lot, and I think that'd be a lot of fun to talk about, because mastering self-acceptance and loving oneself is definitely, I think, a pillar in achieving everything that we're talking about trying to achieve.
Yep, for sure. So we are definitely excited to be doing this podcast and sharing our journey and our perceptions on these three pillars of wealth: the mental, physical, and financial aspects. So we're looking forward to the continual journey with everyone.
Yeah, I'm so excited, and you'll be hearing from us all soon.